Lovely people, thank you for being today with us. This is the Grow Law Festival. 7 people from 6 different countries, from the US, UK, Mexico, Egypt, South Africa, Ukraine. We are sharing our thoughts, we're sharing our knowledges, we're sharing our experiences in order to make your path easier and to be happier and to let your love grow. In this section, during the daytime, we will have 3 speakers right now. I would deliver right now for you the masterclass Partner is a Mirror. The next speaker would be Mahmoud Mehab, who would give you the masterclass about the communication, the constructive communication, and you could see our short interview from yesterday. The next one would be Patrick, who is the crisis the coach who teach how to overcome the crisis in relationships and talking about how to build the healthy relationships. And during the second section, which will start at 7:30 p.m. Kiev time, we will have Anna giving us the guided meditation again. I don't know who need the guided meditation more, people who would attend our master classes or the speakers, because I was so excited but nervous at the same time, according to responsibility, but it was absolutely beautiful experience. Thank you again, Anna. And in the evening, we will have Anna with us in the beginning of the second section. And after Rosalba with the masterclass, relationships and the relationships with money, how they are connected. Kenji Santil, who would speak about the respect in relationships, and absolutely lovely Taisha McCoy, the person with the so wow energy. They all are with an amazing energies, and I'm blessed and grateful that we did that all together with them. Who would speak. Taisha would be with us with the masterclass about the different levels of love. And I'm not sure if we're gonna stop at 1 hour with Taisha. I think people will have lots of questions for her. And it's very nice to have you all here, and join us on Zoom. If you're watching us on Facebook, I'm sorry. I hope that this information would help you. So what I gonna share with you today, my topic is Partner is a Mirror. Just a quick reminder, I'm Karina. I'm a life purpose life coach. I'm a teacher of English. I'm a person inspired by life, and my own personal path into psychology, into coaching start from my own traumas and the pain, and I needed to help myself. So what I will do today, I will share with you the ideas. I will share with you something that would work. I love to go into the things, what you can use in practice after, so you can implement that, and that would work for you right away, not just only a theory. These ideas, just take it, just listen to it. If you see this video, if you somehow joined our sessions, so you need to see that. And if something would be painful to hear, that might be so. Try to understand, try just to listen and to observe the ideas. I'm not here to teach you. I'm not here to try to influence on you. You will take everything that you need to take, and you would not take something that you don't need from there. A quick reminder, we are very powerful, and sometimes we're forget about that. And during our life path, we like to play as victims. So what I want to speak today is about how to take our power back and take it from the external conditions and become stronger and more happier person with having our responsibilities as a good thing, not as something tough, but as a good things. I want to ask you, guys, if you can open up your cameras, that would be great. If you can participate, that would be awesome. I would love to hear your comments. How do you think, how conscious we are? Like 100% conscious, 30% conscious, 90% conscious. How do you think? Any ideas? Who's with us? No ideas? Okay. So the average percentage of consciousness around the world is 10%. In average, we are conscious for 10%. And I will share right now with you the picture. Just a minute. Oh, will not share. No. So what is our conscious mind? The 10% of our conscious mind is our willpower, is our long-term memory, is our logical thinking, and is our critical thinking. 90% of our subconscious is our beliefs, is our emotions, is the habits, the values, the protective reactions, the long-term memory, the imagination, and the intuition. So talking about the partner as a mirror, talking about the partner as a mirror, we will take into consideration the concept that everything starts with us. And why is that? I will try to explain you from the very beginning, so that would be easier for you to understand that. The basic model of relationship, our first experience of relationship comes from our family. And the very basic model is my relationship with my mom, the relationship with my father, and the relationship in between them. And when we go into the roots of the issues that happening with us, and of course, if there is a recurring pattern that we don't like something in our relationship, because if we're talking that we want to fix something, that means that something doesn't work properly, or we have something that we don't want actually to have in our life, right? And the best way to resolve that is go to the root of the issues. That's great that we have nowadays such techniques as working with the subconscious mind, is therapy that help us to go to the root of that. And before, if there is somehow no such ability to go to the therapist who can do those, and we want to understand just ourselves better, so where is the root of where we take it from? Our basic model, so we take it from our family. And right now I will ask you to close your eyes, to take a deep breath, relax, and to say, Mama. What emotions do you have? What thoughts come to your mind? That might be love, that might be acceptance. At the same time, that might be pain. There might be sadness. There might be disappointment. And every emotions, for example, the wish to have more love, every emotion that we have towards our mom, we might have with our partner. Because as our first great person who we love in our life, and the first person with whom we experience our relationship, if she doesn't have something that we need to give to us, and our parents, they don't have everything as a complete picture to give to us, they never have that. And that's not bad. I will tell you later why. We would expect those those things that we feel lack of, we would expect our partner to cover those parts. And at this point, when we face some issues in our relationships and we expect something from our partner, we do understand where it comes from. And from there, we know that, how I can work with myself, how I can grow low within myself. So I would not try to manipulate my partner to give it to me, or I would not just give the hard time to my partner if I don't know how to express my feelings that I need this particular love in this form. So there, I would not complicate the relationship in between two of us, but I will know to which part, to which direction I should go in order to grow that love within me. And imagine that before reincarnating to planet of Earth to be a human being, together with our family, together with our mom and our father, and with our family, with the meaningful people, important people in our life, we agree that in this life, our soul would need to take some lessons and would need to learn. And from there, we build the scenario but by ourselves, and we come to this planet Earth, and we don't remember about that. And at this point, our parents and our folks and our partners, they are the greatest teachers of ours, because they agreed to give us what we asked. But somehow that we don't remember that right now, we would blame them for all of those pain that they give to us. And I'm sure that many people, they are working on growing the love, growing the self-esteem, growing the self-love within them. But still, if there is some suffering in a relationship, that means that we didn't come to that point of self-love that we can spread that to our partner and into the world. Then we would need to go back to the root of the problems, to the root of the issues, and to heal that part. From there, our parents, as I said, they don't have everything that we need for particular reasons. We need to learn in this life to go from our pain and to grow love within us. This is one of the most beautiful experiences and lessons that we can learn. And when we're going to those kind of things and try and start to analyze and so in the childhood, I didn't receive this, I didn't have that, so my parents, they were bad. No, they did not. And one of the beautiful things that we can do, and where our healing started, where we can have a look at the most important people in our life and accept them by who they are and forgive for everything that we had the pain for, and to love them by who they are. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah, the universe gave me and us a little bit of experience, which is beautiful still. So the first thing that how we can start to heal our relationship and to heal the pain that we have in the relationship and to heal ourselves is the relationship with our parents. I will share with you some tips and some exercises how you can change your life from now on, from today on, from the next hour. But the basic things is, if you have some issues with your mom, if you have some issues with your father, that's a very good time. That's the very just the right time to have a look at them from a different perspective, at your great teachers. And if there's something that you argue about, or you cannot accept them as who they are, or you blame them for what they gave you in terms of pain or what they didn't give you. Just try to let that go, to overcome that, to learn from that, and to choose yourself from that perspective. And as I said, if we would not let that go, if we would not grow that love and that self-love, self-confidence within us, nobody will do that instead of us, and we would always wait that someone else would cover our needs. And above of that, that's okay if we can tell that, you know, I have the lack of love in this area. So, for example, I need the support in this area. But not always we have the ability, not always we do understand ourselves from this perspective to deliver that thought to our partner, and to be honest that I need this or I don't need this, and we're just playing in a game when we don't truly understand what we want. We're just in pain, and that complicates our relationship. So what is good when you are try to dig a little bit deeper and to understand yourself is you actually understand what serves you, what do not serve you. You understand the depths of your needs, and you can heal that. So as I said, I'm gonna share with you today something from the karmic management, and something that you will be able to use from the next hour in terms of make your life better and make your relationship better, and to take your power back in terms of taking back your responsibility. And many times we are thinking about the responsibility as about something tough, something that we don't want to take because this is not we previously agreed to do, but people gave us the responsibility that we didn't want to take and to have that in our life. But we have the power of choice, and when we're grown up, we can work on that and to learn how to choose ourselves and how to be how to heal ourselves from that position when we choose ourselves, and when we are capable to look inside of ourselves and what we had in past, what serve us, what do not serve us, what kind of traumas we have, and work on that. And that makes us wiser, that makes us stronger, that makes us better, that makes us happier. So I would encourage you to take your power back from the external conditions and to be responsible for your life, because nobody else can do for you what you need. Nobody else but you can give you what you need. And if we give the power to an external conditions, when we say, well, the situation is that, or I was grown up in such a family, or my parents couldn't give me this and that, that makes us weak, and that's actually not true. We are more powerful that we think. If we're not responsible for our life yet, we're more powerful than that we think we are. So there is a beautiful expression, I can see the beauty, or you can see the beauty in the world or in other people just because you have the beauty within you. The same with the pain, the same with the traumas. If we do see something what we don't like in other people, that because we do have it within us. And of course, this is something that we don't want to actually admit. This is something that's a little bit painful to accept, because to say, hey, of course, if I see the beauty in other people, that's nice. I would willing to accept that because I have the beauty inside of me. But to think about the not that positive sides, or the side that we don't want to look at, is different, is challenging, and we don't want to do that. And overall, the process of healing, the process of how we come back to true self, how we come back to who we are, and how we grow low within us and heal our pain and heal our traumas, is challenging as well. And I love to think about that. And as I can see that from my own perspective, is like a take off. When you are in the plane and you are taken off and you're going through the clouds and you have those turbulence, and then just after, when you are flying on the higher, and you actually went, you pass that turbulent zone, so you can enjoy the beautiful view, you can enjoy the beautiful sky, but there would be those times of turbulence, but which is actually absolutely okay. And this is just the process of learning. And as well, as we have been speaking about the conscious and subconscious mind, what we do have 90% within us, what actually makes us reactive and be a little bit more in pain, and would not be not able to let the pain go so easily, because our beliefs, our emotions, our habits, our values, our protective reactions, our something that we grab when we were little, and we cannot acknowledge that so easily with our conscious mind, that comes from our subconscious mind, and that takes time to learn about that and to be aware about that. And something we are able to do just with the therapists who work with the subconscious mind, only by that. So I choose for you very like the most common important aspects, but not that pleasant aspects in relationship that people are suffering with. And what I will offer to you to do is to go through the list of questions that you can say for yourself and that you can come through in order to be able to heal yourself from the perspective that you are responsible for your life. And all our traumas or our negative beliefs, everything that we do have in our life that we don't want to look at, actually, this is not something that were in our life to make us suffer, but this is our blessings, because when we overcome those, we become, as I said, stronger, wiser, more loving. And the greatest things that we can do for ourselves is to set up the mindset, or take the idea into consideration that if I can learn from it, then that's for sure not something bad in my life. If I can learn from it, so I can use it for my benefit in the future. And if we do have something that we're suffering in our life, if we do have any kind of pain or trauma, we can overcome it for sure. We have all the resources within us. We do have enough of energy, enough of power to overcome that and become more loving. So, for example, one of the common things that we meet in a relationship, if my partner is cold with me, how we can change that, just not trying to change our partner, but having our own resources, and just taking that from our perspective, is this way. Just think about that. In which spheres of my life I criticize other people? Oh, sorry, cold. If the partner is cold with me, in which areas of my life and with whom I am cold? And as we touch the topic with our parents, with our greatest teachers in this life, if you are called with your parents somehow, if you are called with your mom or father, if you are called with yourself, if you are called with some people who actually wants or needs your love, if you are called even with the animals, and if you are called somehow with yourself, somewhere that you need your love and support. And if we take it this way, hey, where I can change it myself, step by step, we will see that once we realize and recognize where we do that ourselves and we stop doing that, our lives start to change. But if we've been going with the specific speed onto one direction, that takes time to go to another direction and stop following this way. So be patient and be consistent in what you do. And as we will go through the list of the different aspects that might cause a pain in the relationship, just choose one or two that you can work on, and take the notebook, take the diary, and make a note every day. By the end of the day, just retrospecting, where I was called this today, and with whom, and if I can change that, if I can give a little bit more of love, or if I can say no, for example, and just say no to this situation. Maybe there is just something that I don't need in my life, but instead of just saying directly and honestly that I'm sorry, but I cannot do that for you, or I cannot be here, we're punishing ourselves. But that's a little bit different topic, and we will go through that as well. So the first one, if is my partner is called for you. We're not touching here the thing as if we choose the right partner. That's a different topic, and our speakers would cover lots of those today. So I'm giving you right now the tips, like if you understand that you love your partner and you know that your partner loves you, but somehow there is something. Hello, Patrick. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Karina.
And yeah. Guys, if you can open up your camera again, just do that. That would be nice to see you. So I'm not going to this side. I'm going just to the side. What you can change if you know that there is love within you, but something happened somewhere, you went to the a little bit wrong direction, and how you can change that from the point of view that everything starts with you, and how what I can do in this situation. So the next one is if my partner criticizes me. Again, where I criticize myself. The very first question is basically in each blog is if I do that for myself, because we are not what we have within us. We do behave the same way with the other people. If you've heard, there is such a saying that the person who loves herself or himself would never ever hurt other people. We hurt only if we have pain within us, and as well we attract the people with the same pain that we have inside of us. And in terms of that, we can heal each other if we would look at the pain from the perspective that, hey, I can heal that within me, and I don't want to hurt you. I see your pain. So as I see your pain and I understand myself, so I can understand you, I don't want to hurt you, because then I will cause more of those situations in my life. So if my partner criticizes me, where in my life I criticize myself, where in my life, in which aspects I criticize other people. And no need to go so far, where in my life I criticize my partner, where I do that with my parents. And as we started our conversation speaking about our parents, we are looking at them as at our mirrors, as well as we are looking at our partners. And basically, if we go through them different aspects and can heal those aspects that we do have issues with our parents, so we would not have those patterns reoccurring in our life with our partners, because we know already where we had that, why we had that, and no need for us to see that. We have the reoccurring patterns and the situations that gives us the pain in our life only in order to be able to heal that and to grow love within us, to become more loving person. And the pain is just showing us the direction. So it's not something bad, it's just something that's pointing us, hey, this is some lesson that I have to go through in this life. And as well, how I can learn from it and how I can be better and why I should learn that. And that's very interesting. The next one, if my partner is lying to me, or I'm afraid that my partner would lie to me. That's one of the most interesting parts from all, because we're all somehow lying to ourselves. Again, starting with myself, where in my life, where in which aspects I am lying to myself. And you will find out that sometimes you are not true with yourself when you are making decisions. I know that I don't want to go there. I know that I don't want to do that, but somehow I get too used to that. I know that I don't want to. My body tells me absolutely clearly that I don't want to do that, but I just continue because I promised, because I feel guilt if I would not do that, because I feel shame, because I feel because I have the fear if I would not do that, something would happen. And by the way, the basic manipulation comes out of guilt, out of fear, and out of shame. So if you see that somehow people operate with those kind of feelings when they are with you, that's the good reason, that's the good a time to think if that's worth it, because definitely that's the manipulation. The healthy relationship always based on love, and again, we can behave with the people out of love and not out of fear, only if we have love within us. So where I do lie to myself, where I say yes, where I want to, in fact, say no, where I exaggerate what I have done instead of saying that, okay, this is what I did and that was actually good. And do not go beyond and just lie that you did, in fact, more than you did. Where you tell the feelings and express the feelings that you don't have. That's very interesting when we start to see how that operates and how we by ourselves building the reality around us and having back then what we do spread to the world. Sometimes another lie that we do by ourselves and about and for ourselves is when we are saying that we did less, or that we worth less, that we in fact worth it, or in fact that we did. That's the lie as well. And that's one of the very interesting part that I learned just recently, because I'm a human being. I'm learning. I'm in the process of learning as well. And of course, I'm okay with with the things that I do have in my life. But there is things that I'm working on, and I'm sure that I'm sure that that would be never, I think, end to work on different things, because once you overcome one thing, you are at another level, and there would be something always to work with. The difference is if we enjoy the process or we take it as a painful path. Lying to partner, lying to people around us, that's the third thing, which is like really common in our life. So step by step, when we just stop doing that, we would see that we don't need that situation in our life anymore, and that we don't afraid if someone else would lie to us. We don't afraid that our partner lied to us. We would not face the issues that there is here and there, or in a business, or in a friendship, or in a partnership, is a lie, because we would not need that anymore. Why? Because we don't have that within us, or we had minimized all of those things within us. So basically, every question starts if I do that to myself, or where I do that, where I can recall, just like within the past few days, even where I did that by myself. What about the lie? It's very interesting that it gives more freedom when you stop doing that, because me personally, I was grown up in a family where my grandparents, they taught me how to be a good girl, that you have to behave with other people, that you have to be good, do not hurt, do not give a pain. And at some point that caused the thing that you are comfortable to other people, but you harm yourself and you give more than you want to give. And when you stop putting yourself into a position that you have to be good with other people, thus lie, because you don't feel like you want even to cooperate with something or with some people, that gives you more freedom. You're just saying honestly and normally and absolutely consciously that I'm sorry, but no. Or just keep silent, and you're not thinking about the different variations, how you should just lie, or how you should be nice here and there, but you're just being yourself and you feel okay with yourself. Again, what is good to work on in our life or in our partnership, in our relationship, is something that give us the pain. If we are comfortable with the different things and they do not bother us, so for some people, for many people, it's not an issue to speak about that, to touch those topics, because they are very okay with that. But there is something that actually give us the pain, and it appear in our life and bother us. So with those all things, it's very nice to be responsible to heal that within us and to work with that in order to be happier. Another thing which is very interesting is if my partner is greedy with me, for example, where I am greedy towards to other people, where I'm greedy to give even the emotions. It doesn't matter like if that's the materialistic things or that's about the emotions, but where am I greedy, where I do not give myself what I want to have, where I consciously hurt my partner and do not give him something that he want to give. Another one is where if we're fighting, insisting of being Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. That's another super interesting thing, that we do have lots of pressure in our life when we are trying to insist on our rights. And it's not only about the partnership, because partnership is one of the aspects in our life, but we can see that in every sphere of our life, because we spread the same things onto the world. We're not behaving in a particular way just only in relationships. We just somehow do that in a different ways, but we do that. So where am I greedy? Where I'm not generous, where I'm afraid to lose the energy or to lose the time, and I'm afraid to be generous because somehow in the past I had the painful experience with that. And that's a very good point to think about that and to maybe change your mind if that bothers you. And even without saying something about that for our partner, we would see the difference in the behaviors, and moreover, we will see the difference within the world around us when we stop doing those things around ourselves. And generosity is one of the very interesting and beautiful things in our life. If we are generous to the universe and to people around us, to the situations, and we are ready to help and give. So we do have very our life and we're blossom, and our life become more rich, and the relationship overall, not only with the partner but with the friends, with the people around us, become more rich. If my partner is angry with me, we sometimes, as we don't think about what I do by myself, so I call those issues in my life, we might fight with someone else, or we might fight with the children, again with the animals, who cannot resist, who cannot respond to us in the same way. And we think that it's okay. There would be the mixed feelings, the mixed behaviors, like being angry and insisting of being right. But anyway, that would come back to us in a more times that we just give it to the world. So if we experience the anger in our life and we spread that into the world, we give that into the world, we would have those things coming back from the in the sensitive spheres of our lives. Or, for example, if we gave that anger to the child, and he wasn't in vain, we had some issues at work, but we somehow gave that anger to the child. In a week, our partner gave us back those things, and we're thinking, I didn't do anything, I just wanted to have the hug, and I had exhausting day at work. Where's come from? Everything happening for a reason. And again, being a victim versus being responsible for our life, we used to think that life is so bad and so unfair, but instead another very important thing is to understand that everything happened for a reason. And if I do experience something in my life, so I do experience that something for a reason, that means that I gave that to the world. I behaved the same way in my past with someone, so I do have right now that in my life, and I don't like that. So if I don't like that, maybe that's the good thing to learn how to not spread that onto universe, and to spread only the things that we love to receive back in the triple times, in 10 times more than we give. And this is the basic of the karmic management. If you've heard about that, that's awesome. If you did not, that just consider that every action that we do is like a little seed. Today I helped someone and I planted that seed. Today I gave the money to someone and I planted the seed. And when the seed grows, it grows to a plant, and it goes to a tree, and then it brings the fruit, right? It blossoms. So we never take the seed as we plant it, right? It will be bigger. So the same, every action that we spread, that we give to the world, every action that we do, Thank you, Taisha. Every action that we decision that we make, and yes, the steps that we make and everything what we spread to the world, we like planting the seeds. And if we understand that, so we know that, like I said previously in the interview, I don't want to lie, because I know that from the very childhood, like the fairness of life was always with me, and I learned that actually naturally. Later on, when I started to learn the karma management, I realized that, wow, that's interesting, because I never did this or that, because just in the very beginning I got those things coming back to me in 10 times, and I didn't like that. So I learned in practice that I don't need that in my life. So if we consider every step that we take and what we give to the world as a seeds that we plant, and in the future we would have the fruits, or we would have the big trees, so we would be more accurate with those angerness, and with those not so pleasant things and bad things that we give to the world. And again, we do that just when we're in pain. That's why it's very nice to learn our past. It's very nice to learn when it comes from. Let it go, heal ourselves, and be the person who would be pure and who would be able to have more love within you, and to act out of love and not out of fear and out of pain. Insist in the truth. We've been talking about that, and that's the basic things, very common things that we face in our life. When my partner is cold with me, when my partner criticizes me, when he or she's greedy, when he or she's lying, when we experience the anger and we are fighting, and when I want to be Miss Right, or I want to be Mr. Right. And there is much more of those, but I think that's the most interesting things. And if we would stop doing some of those and concentrate on just two or even one of those principles, and stop doing that, we will take the responsibility on our life. And it's not because, oh, life is so unfair, why I have to do that myself. No, look, you're so strong. You could look at yourself as a powerful person who actually create the reality around you. So this is not that life is unfair and it's like a punishment that I have to stop doing that, but this is a blessing that you are healing yourself, and you are more happier, and you can help after people around you to act out of love and not out of fear and not out of pain, and looking in a different way when people doing something not pleasant, because we know that there is the reason for that, why they doing that. And again, if we're not responding on their misbehaving on their on something bad that they do, so we know that I don't respond because I do that for myself, not for him, but for him as well, because I know that my karma, right, that would come back to me, but for myself first. And that's I think that would make our life happier and better somehow. And what we can do for ourselves in order to to cheer up ourselves, right? If, okay, I know that I have some pain within me and it takes time to heal that, it takes time to go through that, but how I can cheer up beside of that, like just stop doing things what would hurt me back, and stop hurt people. By the way, the main fears in relationship is the fear to be rejected by who we are. And the most common things why we're fighting with each other, because we try to protect our soul from being rejected by who we are. And we're ready to lie because we don't want to show our true soul. We don't want to show who we truly are, because we've been rejected before by who we are. In the beginning of our life, when we've been child and we had those experience with our parents, again, for some reasons, and not because like that's the time to blame them, to blame the people who did that with us, but we have to understand something more. There is the higher reason for that. And so what we can do with that, there is people who we adore, and we see particular features in them. Maybe their strengths, maybe how courage they are, maybe how responsible they are for their life, maybe how loving they are, and they do not respond, do not hurt other people. As we've been talking, that everything starts with us, and we can see something in other people only if we do have that in ourselves. So we see that in other people, those strengths and those beautiful things, because we do have that within us already. So we have everything. We have all the power. We have all of the tools within us already to become that person. And so what I would offer you to do, beside doing those techniques and to go through the list that you can stop doing already and understand your pain and what you can feel, can heal already, and go on to that healing. But I encourage you to think who in your life you love and who you admire and what you love about that person, and to try to see those characters, those features of characters, those beautiful things, powerful things, amazing things within you, and to know, to give yourself a big prize that you do have that within you and that you can grow that. So that's it from my side for today. And as I said, I tried to give you some tools that you can already work on, that you can take into consideration. Even think about that. If you will be able to look at yourself and at the people from a different perspective, not from pain, but out of love, that would be a great blessing. And I'm wishing you to have more love within you and to overcome all the obstacles that you do have in life, because everything that we have, we do have the power to overcome that, to go through that. And life and the universe never gives us what we cannot deal with. And basically, this is what we choose by ourselves to deal with. And that's a completely different meaning when we understand that, okay, so for some reasons I wanted to deal with that. And that gives more inspiration, and that gives us more power to do that. I thank you all for being today with me. And I'm very excited that we do have another 2 beautiful speakers in this section. And if you have any questions or comments, I'm ready to speak with you.